What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today is the 250k tournament in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. 1 hour 9 minutes, probably around 50 minutes by the time I upload this video. So lads, there's 5 hours remaining. As you guys can see, I have qualified. I'm pretty sure, haven't I? Yes, I have qualified. So, you guys have, well, basically I've been saying I have retired. Why am I making this video? Because, well, I played a little bit of current gen. I know what the best team is. And also, I'm going to be live on Twitch. A link will be in the description for the entirety of these 4 hours. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be popping in and out of every stream. So, we're going to be doing like a watch party. There's going to be a bunch of different guys that are streaming their 250k journey. We're going to be watching, we're going to be keeping track of the entire thing, and we're just going to be honestly just having a little bit of fun with it, because as you guys know, I have a lot of fun playing next gen, don't have much fun playing current gen, and you guys know how angry I got last 250. Yeah, that's not happening again. That's not happening again. But in this video, we're going to look at the best team that you can buy. So you see my squad. This most definitely is not the best team you can buy, or not the best team you can get in this game. So, we are going to have a look right here. We're going to go through the best players to use. This is only current gen. So we're going to go through all of the players that I would say are usable in this competition. And if you guys are still looking for some last minute advice, these players are pretty good. Don't get me wrong. So, point guard. The obvious ones: Wade, Lonzo. Lonzo number 1. Lonzo on current gen. Lonzo Ball is number 1. If you have Wade or Peyton, if you have Dwayne Wade or Gary, I know one of them's covering my face. I'm just gonna put back a point guard here. So if you've got either Wade or Peyton, use one of those guys. They're both incredible. For Lonzo, I'm pretty confident that Lonzo Ball has got Showtime. He's got gold Showtime, yeah. You need to put Showtime on... They both, Lonzo and Wade, have got gold Showtime. You need to put Showtime on Peyton. Or... Oh, actually, if you're playing Oscar Robertson, you got to put Showtime on him as well. Lonzo's got gold Heart Crusher, which is another big one as well. You want Heart Crusher on your players. You want Heart Crusher and Showtime on every player, by the way. You want Heart Crusher and Showtime. The cheat... If you like, buy Lonzo... Like, if you can't afford Lonzo Ball, no offense, you're probably not going to qualify. It's just a pity. Like, we gotta call a spade. Like, if you're too budget to not like, if you don't have an 800 KMT, it's almost a certainty that you're not going to qualify, unless you've got like a couple hundred KMT and all the like top players in the game, top level 40 awards. So, another player that I would suggest, and this is the cheapest of the cheap, is ranged up Bonga. Bonga at the point with range extender. And then you gotta, well, first of all, you gotta give him Heart Crusher. You gotta give him Heart Crusher, you gotta give him range extender. He's also comes with Showtime and Showtime dunks, which is good. But he's a 6'8" point guard. He's gonna stick some really good defense. He's gonna be there to guard Simmons. And then also, obviously, if you want to cheese, run Ben Simmons. Run Ben Simmons if you want to cheese. Half Showtime, dunks on everybody. He is a absolute cheese ball. But the big thing about Ben Simmons, if you are going to run Simmons, is that you need a shooting point guard at the end of the bench. So let's just put in, or not even a shooting point guard, a point guard who can shoot. So let's just say if you're running Simmons, you got to run a point guard at the end. You got to run another point guard at the end of your bench. Because if your opponent can guard Simmons, it's GG's. I'm telling you. However, I will say this. You're on current gen. So, and it's 4-minute quarters. So if someone is guarding Simmons, you can just run Lonzo the full game. So it all depends. It all depends. So that's kind of the point. There's a lot more. The one good thing this year is there's a lot of good players you can use. 2 guards, Kawhi, Dishinger, McGrady, Havlicek. These guys are the guys to run. Kawhi's a beast, man. Kawhi is a beast. I don't care what anyone says. Kawhi is a beast. I look at these, like, almost perfect stats. Almost perfect stats right here. He's got half Showtime. Yeah, he's got half steady. he's still gonna hit. Like, you might miss one extra shot a game, but he's gonna start hitting heavies. Still got range extender, still got 94 3 ball. Like, if you're like, all I'm gonna say is we all played with Steady with Allen Houston and John Stockton at the start of the year. If you're missing with Steady, it's your own fault. Well, if you're missing, say if you believe that Steady makes you miss like 5 extra whites a game, it's your own fault. Yes, Steady might make you miss one more a game, one extra white a game. I think that's the extent of what Steady can do, but it can also let you hit some contested shots. And he's also got flexible release, which helps. So, Kawhi Leonard, hot zones everywhere on the floor. An absolute beast. Can Curry slide? He is insane. He is absolutely insanely good. So, Kawhi, T-Mac, Dishinger, Havlicek. Havlicek is probably the best go-to scorer. If you want to put up points fast and you want to just score a bunch of points on someone, Havlicek with that base 98 on quick and Curry slide and everything. He's like a pro-am point guard. If you know what you're doing with the boost and you know what you're doing shot creating, Havlicek is that dude. Terry Dishinger, better. It's just better offensive Kawhi. Kawhi and Dishinger, a lot of people say they're dead even. I think Kawhi's definitely better on next gen. I think on current gen, I was watching Splash's stream and he was saying basically Kawhi's better defensive player because Kawhi gets really good defensive animations. Like Kawhi, Jordan, these guys have like their own signature defensive animations that you can't see by looking through their SIGs. So that's why Kawhi is so much better on defense. And I reckon Terry Dishinger is just way better on offense than Kawhi, just because, well, when he doesn't have Steady, which is like, you'd rather not see Steady than see Steady, but Steady's barely a difference, trust me. Like, it's a slight difference. And Terry, I think, has some just better dribble style. He's going to dunk the ball a little better. He's got half showtime as well. I think just there's a few offensive things better with Terry. But these guys are very, very similar. Tracy McGrady's T-Mac. Like, T-Mac's always... He's always like the perfect 2K player, let's be real. Like 96 speed, half showtime, half range, half clamps. He's got everything. He can play lanes. He's got goal interceptor as well. The guy does everything. He does absolutely everything. Other guys that you will see, like you'll see people run a few other guys. Like you will see the occasional Michael Jordan. I don't believe Jordan's is better than any of these guys, by the way. I don't think Jordan is as good as any of these guys. But you will see the occasional Michael Jordan in squads. And Jordan's good, don't get me wrong. I just don't think he's as good. Jordan is, again, he is like similar, but I think a little bit worse than these guys. But he's not bad. He is not bad. I don't think you see any Steph Currys at this stage. Although Steph Curry may not be a bad shout, because if you are playing a scrub, Steph Curry, the way he can create his jump shot, Steph Curry can score 50 points for you in a half. So, if you're playing against someone that just won't quit, and you need to win by 100 points, Steph Curry's not a bad option. To just have, I wouldn't use him in your rotation, but just have him on the end of the bench. At that small forward position as well, it's not like you're going to be seeing a Glenn Robinson. Another player you might see is Jack Marin. I think Jack Marin's Jack Marin's release is what really separates him. He is money. He is money, but I think Jack is a level below. Jack is on the level of like a Granger, Kobe Bryant, or even a ranged up Ruby Kobe. But I do believe that Jack Marin is that step below where you want a card you want to have for 250. So I would definitely, if it's all you have, go for it. But I just think he's that step below where you'll want to be for qualifying. Yes, someone like Ty can probably qualify with Jack, but let's be real, not everybody, as I always say, like not everybody's Ty, not everyone's these top players in the world. This is for, if you're watching this channel, you're probably looking for some last minute advice. And Jack's alright, but he's not someone I would say to use over any of these guys, or T-Mac if you have him. But yeah, so at the power forward position, so there's Giannis, LeBron are going to be the most ran guys. Other guys I would consider running are Andre Kirilenko and Zion. Don't get me wrong, Zion Williamson. In this game, Zion Williamson, if you can get away with Giannis, he's the best. If you can get away with Giannis, he's the best. If you can hit open shots with him, and you can find a way that he's kind of like not exposing offense, you can use him. And you can also use him as a small ball handling center. You can go small ball with Giannis Antetokounmpo and have so much success with him at center. And he will be really, really good. For me, I would take an AK or a Zion because they shoot the ball better. Zion's that wide player build, so he plays better defense. I would probably take AK over both of them. But you've got Giannis, who's got a lot of really good things going for him. He has got a lot of really good things going for him. So we had Tracy in here. So a lot of people will have a lot of success with him. For me, though, I would go AK, but it's all just preference. So I'm just going to put in Giannis because I think a lot of people will have more success with Giannis, and a lot of the competitive players will have more success with him because his release is really easy to green. And then LeBron James is just LeBron. He's a beast. Him and Melo are kind of similar. I think LeBron gets better defensive. He plays better defense. He runs the floor better. And having someone like a LeBron James there for the half showtime is ridiculously good. He is ridiculously good. Other players that you can use is Chicken Man. You can use the best shooter in the game, Antoine Jameson. You can use Jameson, or even put Jameson at the end of your bench if you're struggling shooting, putting in the best shooter in the game. It can't hurt. Melo is also alright, but Melo very rarely shoots in the corners in current gen, so I would definitely go Jameson over Melo. The center position, either you're using Giannis, or you're using two of these players. So the first options, obviously, are Davis and Hakeem. Davis and Hakeem are the two best. They are the two best centers in this game, and it's not even close. These two guys. Especially putting one of them beside Giannis, it kind of makes up a little bit for Giannis' lack of shooting. The other centers that I think you could use, you could run a Giannis center, don't get me wrong, you can run a Giannis center. Other guys you can use at center are Kevin McHale, who's very nice. You can also run Boogie Cousins. I call him Boogie. You can run Boogie. I wouldn't necessarily advise you on Boogie. If you like Boogie's release, you can run Boogie. Or put clamped up Dino Raja. They're the only options. There are 5 options you can run a center. If you don't run 2 of them, you're going to really struggle. If you want to run a 5-man and one of them, that's fine. But if you don't run 2 of those guys, you will really, really struggle. So yeah, that is basically it, lads. I will be live as soon as this video is up, basically going over the best teams for the 250k tournament. So basically a selection of the players that I suggested. You're going to give yourself the best chance possible. And lads, have fun. Have fun. And remember, when you're playing the game, remember, when you get angry, controllers cost money. If you injure yourself, hospital bills cost money. But remember, throwing like a pillow off the ground, getting a stress ball and launching the stress ball into the ground, that is free. So if you are going to take out your anger on everything, or if you normally get angry at a video game, because with money on the line, you're going to get a hell of a lot more angry, bring down a pillow, bring down a cushion, throw it into the ground. Nothing will be broken. You're going to be fine. Remember, the last thing we want from today are, first of all, we don't want broken bones. So that's a pretty bad one. And then we don't want a broken controller. And holes punched through walls is a... Actually, that's worse than broken controller. Broken bones is the worst. Holes punched through walls, broken controller. We don't want any of that today from anybody. Because I know how close I've been in the past week to doing it. Remember, lads, remember. If you are someone that is prone to rage, make sure you have something near you that you can throw that will not cost you either physically or financially. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.